everybody. Welcome. I'm Howie Howard from Mr. Furious Records. And for this week's musical adventure on Dat Fury Radio, I'm joined by returning guest and friend Cory Kibler. What's up, Cory?
Hey, hey. Hey.
And special guest, Brendan McGinn from Dirty Talker. What's up, Brendan?
Hello, guys. Hi, Howie. How's it going?
It's going well. It's been a day over here, but I'm looking forward to a night of good music and conversation.
Yes, Cory. It's been a while. It's good to see you, Cory.
It has been a while. It is crazy how much of a homebody I am these days. I used to see you out all the time, and now it's like I have a lot of tea.
Yeah.
I got a lot of puzzles. It's fine.
Early mornings and stuff.
It's just like that kind of thing. It's like COVID and having a child made me scared to leave my house. So I'm getting out there. I'll keep trying.
Good.
I want to start off with a little story for Brendan because I'm afraid if I don't tell it right off the bat, it won't get told. But Brendan, my history with you goes back to April 17th, 2001. Does that date mean anything to you?
Yeah, it does. Oh my God. My son's playing drums downstairs. If that's an issue,
I can hear it a little bit, but it's totally not an issue. It's totally fine.
Let's just roll for a little bit.
We're rolling through it. Yeah.
We'll see if he tuckers out. But okay, my oldest sister is that's her birthday. But she's, I remember I was talking to her over the phone, and I said, hey, on last Tuesday, on April 17th, I played with Fugazi at the Centennial Ballroom. And she's like, oh, that was my birthday. And I'm like, okay, well, she's like 15 years older than me. I never knew her birthday ever. But now I do. And it was, the Fugazi show.
Can't forget that for multiple reasons.
Yeah.
But yeah, listeners, I'll link to this in the description, but if you go to the Fugazi Live Series show for Lincoln, Nebraska, April 17th, 2001, you'll see Brendan's band, Her Flyaway Manor, listed on the poster and on the ticket. Bonus points is my ticket.
Nice.
The ticket scan says, courtesy Howie. I submitted it to Ian when he was, he's still doing all that, but I got a nice reply back, so... my ticket $12.85 for that show, and I remember your set, not just the Fugazi set. So I wanted to open with that to bring us to the. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, that was just an amazing time. I was 20 years old. My brother played in a band called Sideshow, and like 10 years prior, opened up for Fugazi there as well. There was just a lot of really neat things about that event. Also, Watts Sound Systems or whatever did the sound, and the sound guy put a lot of delay on my vocal, and I was like, I didn't ask for that, and like I remember like finishing a line, and like I heard like multiple repeats, and I was just like, well, geez, maybe it's because it's like this big room, and I've never played with like side fills on the side of the stage before. I'm just like, okay, just like keep going, but it was like people commented on it. I'm just like, man, yeah, I don't know, I was just trying to keep it together. So
I didn't remember that specifically, but that's an interesting choice for the mix person to make.
Yep.
So $5 for the show, right? I remember.
It might also have been like $3 for students or something like that, or free for students, $5 for normal kids. I don't know. It was super classic.
I think there was a difference because mine says one non-student ticket.
Yeah.
So that implies
I did see that
ticket.
That ticket stub was one of the first things I saw at your house, Howie. Like you
sure, yeah, that's been on the wall for a long time.
Yep. I remember that. That's cool.
All right, so enough about the past. Let's talk about the present. Brendan, you, from my perspective, surprise released a self-titled Dirty Talker record 5 days ago.
Right.
But obviously you didn't record it 6 days ago. There was a process. Do you want to say anything about, like, where did this come from?
Yeah. No, thank you. So I think this landed on the streaming services in late June.
Okay.
But this album is like, it's been a bun in the oven forever. These songs, I believe Dirty Talker played down at a record store with, was it you, Howie, and Cole and Drew?
Probably.
A very long time ago. So these songs are like 10 years old plus, a number of them. We recorded in October 2022 at ARC and did main tracks for this. And then a lot of life happened in the past 3 years, basically. Between, like, Adam has 2 daughters in elementary school. My son is like starting doing high school sports and marching band. Marina's father passed away. Marina's computer that we were mixing on also broke, and we had to like transfer the stuff multiple times. It was just, and then also like, okay, so everyone's having all these life experiences, and we would like meet up every couple of weeks, like on a Friday. We'd have like 2 hours to get together. The first 20 minutes were just talking. The next 20 minutes we're trying to find the files that we recorded last time we met up. And then we got like 40 minutes of work in. And then, so over the course of 6 months, you get maybe a day's worth of work in on the record. So it was kind of slow going. And, we're really happy with it. We love it. It was good. Like we had to cut it loose so that we can make new work. But we're like, yeah, we're flying high on it. Like we're pleased with it. So, I mean, it's not perfect, but like, that's what art it shouldn't be in a way. So yeah,
I agree 100%. Now let's hear some. Here's Vacation on Dat Fury Radio. Let's listen for a minute. So there's a little delay in there. That's you don't tend to be a very effects-driven artist, so that jumped out a little bit.
Absolutely.
Do you want to talk about personnel? There's no credits on the Bandcamp page, so let's do some names and some contributions.
Thank you. So Justin Komicher is playing bass, guitar, lead vocals, I would say, for the project. Adam 2000 is on guitar, backing vocals. Marina Kushner on violin, backing vocals. And myself, Brendan, on drums, backing vocals. And part of the life thing was like Adam and I used to share like just plug your guitar into your amp, like don't fuck around with any other pedals. And we just started adding on, he started messing around. We got old octave pedals, delay pedals, fuzzes and stuff. And Adam actually, he plays bass in Her Flyaway Manor. He uses the same pedal board. Like some of, for Her Flyaway Manor and for Dirty Talker, where he plays guitar, bass, and HFM. Textures are important. The violin isn't the traditional violin necessarily. Also, there's delays and rainbow machine weirdness happening on the violins. and Justin also has fuzz probe, pitchforks, multiple foot tools, things, and I'm just trying to keep up on the drums there. Yeah, but really cool.
I remember specifically a show we played together in Omaha, and it was a bar that had like 2 rooms. Like you came in the bar side, and then they had a music side. But I remember Justin had one of the old yellow Boss like bass overdrives, the 4-knob.
Yep.
ODB3 or whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He may have handed that down to Adam, or there's some of that. I know I still see a bass overdrive and stuff from time to time.
Yeah, it sounded killer. That's why it jumps out of my memory. Is it sounded great that night?
Yeah, that growl is great. But it was probably May of 2022. Marina joined the band initially just for like a single one-off show at Zipline. But as soon as she basically tuned up her violin, we knew it was kind of smooth sailing. The band already had enough space. Like these were mostly pre-constructed songs that she wrote parts to, and so like it's fun now. Now we're writing stuff as a band and getting that collaborative input. But yeah, all about the textures.
Yeah, that'll be awesome to hear because it's already on this stuff like really well integrated. It doesn't jump out as like, hey, we're a band with a violin, you know?
Right.
So hearing that next level of integration will be amazing.
Right, yeah. I'm pumped.
Cory, what do you think? Are you hearing this for the first time, or did you have a chance to listen?
I'm hearing it for the first time. I'm pretty stoked. Like I've heard Dirty Talker before, and I think we've played a few shows, but I've definitely seen Dirty Talker shows, like plenty of them, along with Her Flyaway Manor. But
Cory, I'm sorry. I was just talking the whole time while that was going on.
No, that's totally fine. I was just listening because I didn't know.
I was just kidding.
Like I didn't know Marina was in the band. Like was her dad Benji?
Yeah.
Okay. That's neat. So she just joined for a one-off at Zipline, and you were like, this makes sense.
Yeah, it was just working. Yeah, working really well. Added a lot. Yeah, it was great. It actually, like, we were stagnant kind of as a band, as a 3-piece, and getting through the COVID stuff together. So then to teach someone songs that were 5 or 7 years old to someone, like, it made me sit up more as a drummer and like be intentional and relearn my parts and then play them right because someone had to depend on them, and I couldn't just be like blah, blah, and just do stuff right. Like so, it added like some structure, and at the same time, like adding a 4th member complicates things, you know. So like. Which is good, and you know, also just on the logistical thing, A, scheduling, B, just getting through a practice productively or whatever without just chatting all the time. Yeah,
that band practice, like scheduling, it's so funny. Like you can't overstate the amount of silliness that goes on trying to, like, I used to call it like band practice chicken. And it's like Greg and Jarek and Jamie and I would be like, all right, Tuesday, we're getting together Tuesday. And then like you'd kind of just wait to see who's going to like cancel first or say they needed to show up later or leave early or whatever. It's the same kind of thing that happens like when you play a show with a bunch of other local bands and somebody's like, oh, I have to work next Tuesday. Can we play first? Even though the order's already been set. Anyway.
Yep.
But I can see it taking a long time to get this recorded if people are busy. And people have families and people
yeah, kids have soccer practice or whatever. It's like, oh shoot, you know. Yeah, and so we did the basic tracks on the recording. So all the drums, violin, bass, guitar, and then some vocal work. But then we spent a long time just recording our own vocals. I recorded myself in my basement, sent that over. We recorded some extra fuzzed out bass. onto the hard drive of the computer instead of the external hard drive. And then we couldn't find Justin's old bass stuff at one point because it was on the wrong hard drive. This is our swagger song. It's called Boat Show.
I loved the bass tone on the last song, by the way. It's so good.
Yeah.
Boat Show gives me a little bit of Ideal Cleaners energy.
Yeah.
Just that there's a dry Nebraskan sense of humor that's not a British dry. It's a different kind of, but it's like move over, people are racing kind of,
Yeah. I think it's interesting. I think it's like us taking in, and us meaning like Dan Jenkins and company, all taking in our 90s influences and like Jesus Lizard and other stuff, and then applying the dry sarcasm and interests of these like us Midwestern emo kids or whatever.
What is it? Sorry, I'm referencing another band, but what is the, Cory will know it. You both will know it, but the da-da-da, we rodeo and Jeeves, it's not the fact of the matter.
That is, Ideal Cleaners. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember which song it is.
It might be on the first album, I don't know. Man, it'd be fun to talk to Dan sometime.
Definitely. End scene. Dan's bands, currently Diptet, formerly Gripping and Halfwit. We all share a practice space together.
Oh, sweet.
And along with Universe Contest, rest in peace. Powerful Science may still be there from time to time. Thirst Things First. Face. Which was ex-Manslaughterer.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So Lance with Javid singing.
Oh, snap.
It's nuts. It's like Metallica meets some other obscure metal shit, plus there's some, again, like 90s Jesus Lizard-esque sensibilities on the vocals that Javid does. So anyhow. So it's all in the fam. You should definitely get Dan in, and that'd be a hoot.
Well, Dan, maybe we can do, Cory, some kind of, or Brendan, if you want to come back and do it with us, maybe we could do some kind of overview and just cover a bunch of stuff.
I'd be honored. I'd do it anytime.
I think it would be super cool to talk about. I mean, the Lincoln music scene is super awesome anyway. I don't think people realize how healthy and thriving it is until maybe they move to a different city, even a bigger city. It just feels different, doesn't feel as collaborative or something. But the Lincoln music scene in the early 2000s, when we showed up, was so cool. There were so many good bands, and there still are, but that's when I knew about them. And I feel like there was also so much excitement. So the era that Brendan was talking about when you played with Fugazi, that was when there were so many possibilities. Things were just kind of burgeoning then. And I do appreciate the nod to the very dry Midwestern humor, because I feel like that's something that it took me a while to get coming from outside, and maybe other people don't realize. I think maybe if they think of us as Midwesterners, they think of Ernest or something like that. Yeah. But the driest people I've ever met are from Falls City or Columbus or something like that.
Yep.
I'm going to get another song started. Here's Department.
Get it.
Hear those drums.
Yeah, there's a big room sound to the recording.
Were you in the main room at ARC?
It was the B studio, but still plenty big.
Yeah.
And I think a fair amount of the sound are some stereo spaced ribbon mics that must have been 25 feet away from the drums. And then also in the kind of passageway doorway, there were two Omni mics pointed up in the corner of this hallway, and then cranked up pretty good.
Cory, you remember AJ used the hallway mic trick for some of the guitars.
It was super cool.
Believe the honesty.
First of all, this song rips. I love it. That's a groove at the beginning. Recording at ARC was super fun. We were in the B room too, right? I mean, we weren't in the big room.
I think so, yeah.
Because I think Cursive was recording their record at the time in the big room, so they were all set up in there.
Somebody big was there. They weren't around, but the A room was occupied with somebody big.
When we were there, it was a couple nights, and the A room was off limits. Mike was working on something, or must have had candles all set up.
Right. I had a good time. I remember thinking AJ must have been so frustrated with us when we realized we had to record an egg shaker at 1 a.m. For a song. He had packed up everything, and we were like, oh, sorry, one more thing. An egg shaker for 5 minutes throughout the whole song.
Yeah, that's not easy either.
I think it was Scott that played the egg shaker.
It
right?
was. It was Scott.
He probably knocked it out in one take.
Yeah, he did. But yeah.
Sorry, Brendan. Go ahead.
Yeah.
No. Nothing specific.
Was that your first time recording at ARC?
No.
Okay.
There was a Her Flyaway Manor recording that Ian Ayo had done in probably 2006, which was on a hard drive of mine that I literally lost in Omaha at one point. So there was a lost album.
Oh my God. Did
But
the songs get re-recorded at some
not
point?
really. We've I don't know. Yeah. But it was just a shitty time.
A physically lost album. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I hope it surfaces. That'd be incredible.
It would be nuts. But we did our HFM record with AJ once. Love AJ. I was also, one of the things I was going to interject was just, AJ stuff. AJ praise, but glad that you guys got to record with AJ.
Yeah, we loved working with AJ. He was super fun, even when we pissed him off.
He's very gracious about a lot of the stuff that we wanted to do, because Scott was playing a lot of things on a lot of the songs, so it was good.
We made him mic up a Leslie.
Did we?
Yeah.
Why not?
Why not? It was there.
Cool.
The violin sounds great in this song. It's that integrated thing. It just sounds like it was always meant to be.
Right. We didn't want it to just be like an overdub.
Sounds like I've never heard a violin sound so metal or tough before.
Agreed. It goes from there's this kind of striking, bendy slurry that's mixing with Adam. On that part, I think there's an octave and maybe a separate fuzzy pedal, and really specific violin. And then here's goes into this kind of textural reverb delay. And that's the guitar and the violin.
Cory, I'm excited for you to hear this in better quality. Listeners, when we're on the call here, the audio quality for the music's not great. It's just enough to kind of tell where we are. But Cory, this is the Dirty Talker record for you. It's got a little more of the ear candy and.
I was gonna say, I'm hearing so many
stuff.
hooks, and I love the production. The kind of production that this record has is my jam, because it lets the hooks, and it's not it's not so blown out as to be distracting. Like it sounds really, really good, but I just need some scuzz. And if it's not there, then it's like it feels too sterile or something like that. And I think a lot of that comes through in the effects and stuff, but just the mix is fantastic. It feels very tactile without sounding rough at all. So I'm excited to listen to this like higher quality.
Don't drop it. Don't fuck it up. Don't drop it. Don't fuck it up.
So I think that's that roomy sound. That's me in my basement, tile floor.
That's cool.
On your vocals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go, Cory.
Oh, I was just gonna say it's neat to listen to, like when I've listened to her Flyaway Manor versus Dirty Talker. It's like a lot of the values are the same as far as like, I don't know, musical sensibility or something, but the songs are so different. Not just because of different vocalists or whatever, but it's like Dirty Talker is more like, I want to say pop sensibility, which sounds kind of funny, but it's kind of like that. But I was going to ask, how do songs come together with Dirty Talker? Like who's kind of writing pieces and how are you putting them together?
Yeah, excellent question. I agree. I think it's interesting because it's often literally the same amps, same guitars, like in these bands. But the difference, like Boz's impact is big in Her Flyaway Manor, and like Adam and Justin and I went to Lincoln High School back in the 90s, late 90s. I was a sophomore when they were seniors, and we've been playing music since. And so this is literally a continuation of bands that we've been doing for like since we were kids. And so there's a shorthand, and like we do click well, and whatever this is, I mean, like we've been working on it. So yeah, I agree. How do songs come together?
Yeah.
It's a huge range. Some is our practice jams and stuff like that, but Adam plucking away on his acoustic might come up with a lick. Maybe Justin comes up with some ideas, but it's a lot of brute force and just kind of jamming. A lot of whiteboard, dry erase board, just trying to like part A times 4.
Yeah.
And then it's like, wait, is that part A or is it because it's an A note? And then we have to talk about that a lot and then figure out also definitely pop sensibilities. Like we 20 years ago, we would try and play in 5 and 7 and everything that we could. And now it's like we try and play in 4. Yeah. And it still sounds a little weird or fucked up. But we learned also, like, what if we don't use 4 segments of 4? What if we use 3 or 5? And like, so the songs cycle a little differently. Or if we're doing an odd time, I'm still trying to lay a 1, 2, 1. And so it's still, it flows better. And I learned that from like Giant's Chair, Kansas City band, that we were big into that, and also in the late 90s. But a lot of practice, just group think. Can't explain it. Also, again, continuations of Thunderstandable, the band like that we did, and what was thebandbrokeup.com is now yesterdaybands.com.
Oh.
And so that stuff's all up. I think Mike Simrad's managing that. But those vocal, like hard pan, second vocal, like I don't normally sing, but I'm gonna yell this, double this lyric and create ear candy for us people that need stuff going on, you know. the tail end of this song.
It's cool to be able to like play with people long enough that you kind of like, again, you know their values, but you can also anticipate kind of where they might want to take it, or you can like help subvert it in that way. I love I feel like I write very simple songs as far as arrangements but I love like a 4 measure repeated 3 or 5 times. Like, I love that kind of like cyclical sort of thing. And I feel like, right, sometimes
Cory will do anything to not write a bridge.
Right, yeah. I'll go out of my way to not have to write a bridge. Even if it's like the bridge could be 1 chord, but I just can't do it. It's just like, what's funny is I'll write a song that has like 5 different parts, but none of them are bridges, just five parts right in a row.
Yeah, I think we've made a practice of that. Super linear, just flowing things. I don't know. We never were too theoretical, either in the songwriting or like a schooling of. We're not taught musicians or whatever, but
which is interesting because like when I've seen Dirty Talkers certainly, but also especially her Flyaway Manor, like when I'm watching, I'm enjoying and I'm loving it and I'm in it, but also just as a songwriter, I'm thinking, damn, this is a really hard song to like arrange or whatever. And so it's really impressive. And it's interesting to think about, and I'm not sure if this was the case with her or is the case with her Flyaway Manor, but like to write songs in practice, like that come from a jam or something that end up being that intricate is really cool.
Right. Yeah. It takes refining. And I guess, well, and trust to work hard, that everyone's going to work hard to execute someone's harebrained idea, or we're just going to go bada ba and tell, or we're going to do this thing, like that'll be a practice. And we're like, okay, I think I know what you mean. Let's try it. And then, but like, part of the thing that blows my mind has with Justin, and we played in bands. He's plays bass in Dirty Talker, but has played the guitar in some other bands. He will always do, like, I think I've got a song down. I've got a good idea. I got this thing. I got my groove, and I play it. And he's like, cool, all right. And then maybe we play as a band. And then he comes in like at the wrong time and like takes it in this weird way, and it's like not playing on the downbeat, and it's like freaks me out usually, or like we used to fight a lot and like break up our bands for a few weeks. So like, but it's like that is a thing that like there's a tension then that he can, that works for us. And again, like taking our relationship a step further, Adam and Justin met like in junior high at Irving Junior High and been playing in bands for years before they met me. And so like Adam's a wonderful bass player, but he started as a lead guitar guy and he could do all these solos, but then they needed a bass player. And so he picked up a bass, and I was just like, I'll just do this instead. So I don't know. I'm incredibly grateful, and Marina's contributions, as you guys can hear, are just invaluable. Again, on those textures, also again, breathing in new life to the band, giving us like reason to be structured, but also all of a sudden, we were asked to play house shows. Okay, so back right where you're saying like back in the day, there's all this shit going on, and now it sort of feels like nothing's going on, but it turns out there's still stuff going on. They're just not asking us to come to the show. So that was also cool, like to be able to play with like newer generations of bands, or play a house show at 33rd and Vine or whatever. Like that's been a fun thing also for us at this point.
That's cool. I would be so like freaked out by playing a house show at this age. I'd be like, I'm sorry. Anyway,
I'm not a cop. I'm not a cop.
But I do have crystal methamphetamines if you would like to buy some.
Right. Yeah, of course.
Sorry, Howie, go on.
No, on the Justin, like entrance thing, are those happy accidents, or is that on purpose, or some combination?
Entrance, how so?
Well, you were saying you'd like teach him a whole thing, then he'd come in at the wrong time.
Mm-hmm. No, it's just like he knows what the song needs, or like he already gets what I'm doing and wants to like expand on it, or
Gotcha.
No, not so much happy accidents, like smart, intentional.
He sees how to twist it.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, we're gonna finish this week's episode with Cake. I'll get it started, but Brendan, I feel like I know this song. The title does not appear in the catalog prior to this, but and I haven't had time to go through, but I think this is a re-recording of an existing piece.
Yes, sir, Howie. Yeah.
Okay.
So 2 of the songs on this 9-song record are from our 2 previous releases. So this is from our first album, Letters, and we always called this song Cake. But the first album was called Letters, and it's all Dear So and So, or to the guys that double teamed me was the song. This was called to the person merely filling in for another is the song on our first record, and because it was filling, cake has filling or something like that. That's how we also. But yeah, this was a very early, like probably like our 5th or 6th song that we wrote, and some Rainbow Machine delay pedal kicking in there.
And what prompted you to re-record it? Was it Marina and the revitalization of it, or had you always planned on revisiting it?
No, mostly just because we had rehearsed these songs to play live, or as we were working on stuff, and it's I guess also a band favorite, and a few of some Lincoln kids like this one. There's some great lyrics. Justin's lyrics here are just awesome, and so yeah, it was an easy choice to revisit it. That, and then for next week, the song Planets, which was on the second recording called Roughed Up. But yeah,
I clocked that one too as familiar, but not knowing the title. I'm still a LP listener, so I'll put something on, play it from front to back, and never learn the song titles.
You're right.
Can't imagine why the kids like the lyrics to this one.
Yeah, thrown up in bathrooms and stuff. So you can also hear in this one extra, like, we're sitting in Marina's studio, she's doing vocal overdubs, and Justin and I are just like yelling at her in between her different segments as we're recording, and we're listening through, and we're like, no, that's staying in, which is also, again, like, understandable cinema verite, like not conventional, but speaks of being together and hanging out and laughing and just what the joy of making a record. Yeah, it's just kind of fun, and like coaching, like not 100% in on key singing, and just, I don't know, just having it sound like some people having fun making music.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a practice in terms of production quality. Like, the production quality is much higher, but it has the practice energy.
Yeah. I'm absolutely stealing from Ted Alicio and Ideal Cleaners with just this drum part. Like that was the thing also there. Like just rock steady, just.
Outstanding. That's Cake from Dirty Talker off the new self-titled record. You can stream it where you stream, or we recommend the stream or the purchase on Bandcamp, dirtytalker.bandcamp.com. Link in the show notes. Brendan will be back next week. We'll listen to the rest of the record along with Cory. But Brendan, any social media or other stuff you want to mention before we let the listeners go?
No, nothing specific, but Bandcamp. We do have physical CDs for this record, and just played a show. We'll be booking some more stuff this fall. But thanks for your time. This has been fun.
Cool. And if you're a Dirty Talker listener coming to Dat Fury for the first time, consider subscribing. We have conversations like this mostly every week. Sometimes we experiment a bit, but mostly every week with artists from Kansas, Nebraska, Missouri, and around the world, actually, once in a while. So hit that subscribe thing. I did it good for once. I did a good subscribe tag.
That's good.
Good for me. Good for me. Very professional.
That was solid.
Yeah. And we'll see everybody next week. Ciao.
Ciao.
I'll leave that in.
Smash that. Smash it. Smash the like and smash it.
Just
fuck it up. Smash it.